Hi Denise, I'm going to take you through how you can import data into Really EasyCart from spreadsheets. I think this is going to have a big impact on the way that you guys work because we've made it extremely simple in our view. And here you can see the spreadsheet. We've got the title make. I've inserted a new column called description which has a description which is the same for all of these obviously because it's the same part that we're looking at. The thing that is different is the product code and obviously the things like body year and notes and stuff. So I've entered that there. The other thing I've done is I've entered the image. So I saved the image. Obviously it had a name, and that's now got the name of the image, and that runs through. So clearly we need an image name, and we need a description that we want to pull through. So that's the first little bit of data prep on the spreadsheet. Okay, so we need to have coming into our cart a certain amount of preset field names. So if I just pull up some standard product headings, so what you can see here is that we have some standard product headings, and basically you need to make sure that your spreadsheets, the information is basically copied into these, going through that particular sequence, so it just keeps the sequence the same. Now that took me probably about 5 minutes to just copy it into the same format. Okay, so let's imagine we've already done that, because that's really just a cut and copy exercise. Then we'll go on to data and XML, and we're going to look for an XML source. And what we will do is we'll provide you with some XML maps. So for the purpose of this we need to add one, and if I go onto my computer and go into the Really EasyCart directory, and I have my XML files there. So the files that you would need would be the categories, manufacturers, attributes being the maker, model, and products, and it's the combination of those four that will enable you to get your data in. So if I click on products, just OK through that, and I'm going to effectively add that, and then the process is that you grab hold of the ID, and then if we, let me not use that, let's just say product name, which is then mapped like this into the different corresponding columns. Don't worry, that's hashed, that's okay. And effectively we go along and we just make sure we map by dragging across the spreadsheet, and in that way we've then built up the map. So again, that takes, I guess, kind of 5 minutes, and you can have as much data within that as you like. You could have hundreds of lines or thousands of lines, so that's okay. What we then do is, once we've mapped that, we click data, XML, and then we click export, and that will essentially run through and create the XML export file for us and store it in a directory. Then we would go into the cart. So if I just pop along to not there, and not there either, excuse me. Okay, so we now are in the virtual warehouse store, and you can see this in the store as well. So on business settings you have import system, so we click import system, and then you would say that's fine, we keep that the same. You would say I want to import products, categories, attributes, manufacturers. We can also import options on products, as well as emails and customers. So if you wanted to set whole customers up on the store and migrate from other stores, then we could feed that data in. Excuse me. You would then select the file that you wanted to bring in, and you would have created, so this is one we did for a company called Tools in Stock, and that's the XML file it created. So you would click it, you've now got that file, you click submit, and at that point it would run through and it would populate the database with the product information, and that's the process. It is actually very straightforward. This is what we use ourselves to bring in data in from other people's stores. It works. You have to do a certain sequence, so you would normally create a category XML file first, then you would normally create attributes, and then you would follow that, and also manufacturers, and then you would follow it with products, and you just have to capture hold of some IDs and make sure that they sit in the right columns on the different sheets. Again, it's extremely simple, and we'd give full instruction on how to do that as well, just so that you went through the whole flow. But that really is as simple as it is. There's nothing complicated about bringing data in that way, and it will import formatted text that way as well, as opposed to normal spreadsheet imports. Cause a lot of problems. So that's really just a very quick overview of the process that we go through to import data from spreadsheets into the system. And just to reiterate that it is possible then that we can export XML data. So once you get it into one database, if you had 300 or 1,000 stores, we could actually create an entire XML exported set of data, and they would literally just import all of that directly. So once you've done it once, why reinvent it for everybody? So I hope that's been useful for you, Denise. Clearly you have a lot of data, so it's really just about getting it in the right format, and the store will deal with it. Okay, I think that's going to save you a lot of time. So I'm going to thank you for joining me on this short tutorial, and I'm sure I'll speak to you soon. Bye for now.